Tombstone Glitch has taken over Modern Warfare zombies. In just about every match, someone is asking for money or giving money or legendary items. But here is why you should also be doing the Tombstone Glitch as well in MWZ. Hi, my name is MayhemCarlos and welcome to today's video. If you enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor and like this video. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps out a lot. So why is the Tombstone Glitch so important? Well, it's no secret if you play this game mode that you can farm contracts in tier 3 and end up getting, in most cases, a pretty low tier reward for your efforts. And if you are okay and feel confident looting tier 3, you can more than likely find those higher items or legendary items in crates. However, if you're fairly new to the game, you don't want to risk using your items that you have and potentially die or lose out and not be able to retain those items again. But the key to the Tombstone I found is maximizing your essence or currency in this game mode. Having a large amount of essence does wonders in prepping yourself to enter into not only tier 3, but the Dark Aether Realm, or what we consider tier 4 and tier 5. And this is why the Tombstone Glitch is so important. So we can definitely argue that the cooldown time for legendary schematics and your wonder weapons seems a bit ridiculous, which is why you should be utilizing this Tombstone Glitch. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to actually do that Tombstone Glitch and where to place your tombstone, set everything up, and the locations that you can actually exfil and maintain doing the Tombstone Glitch as well. Because I know a lot of people are still camo grinding, and there are certain criterias for camos. I believe the Gold Enigma, where you actually have to exfil out of the game mode itself in order for that to register and give you that camo. Okay, so let's discuss this Tombstone duplication. So you've loaded into zombies, and what I'm going to do is actually, I already have a tombstone available. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove the items that I currently have from my tombstone. So as you can see, when you go to take a look at your item selection, your acquisition stash usually is capped at 10. I'm not seeing that here now. And what I've noticed once I've gone past a certain threshold, when I hit unequip, there is a, as you can see, the option to destroy or cancel, because you can't hold more than what I've seen is 12 items. Once you get to, I believe, 18 items, it actually asks you to destroy these items. So to get around that, you're going to hit swap instead, which is X on PlayStation, A on Xbox controllers, and I think spacebar on mouse and keyboard. So when you hit swap, you're going to go ahead and go to your acquisition stash and swap it with any purchased or rewards items. And that's going to allow you to unequip it, and it's going to go back to your purchase or reward items list. So we're going to do that for all the items that we have here from our previous duplication. Okay, so now we're going to set up the items that we want for our new duplication using the Tombstone Glitch. So I want to keep Tombstone here because I don't have that schematic currently just yet. So I want to keep replicating and duplicating that Tombstone can to keep in my inventory. So if I need it in the future, I'm going to have that on hand. So we're going to keep that there, and I'm going to select the items that I want to duplicate. So here are the items that I want duplicated in my tombstone. Again, we want to equip the tombstone in our backpack, but we're actually not going to use it. We're going to buy tombstone. And you're going to see just how that works. So we're going to go ahead and queue into a game and start this duplication glitch and reset the one that I currently have. Okay, now that we're here inside the game, as you can see, my tombstone isn't showing up on the map, but what we did is we actually have this right here on the dock. And the reason why I have it on the dock is because depending where I'm at, I can either easily drive to this location, or as we can see here, I can just get a boat and go straight to this location. Your tombstone can be wherever you want it, but you want it in an area that's easy for you to grab. So I currently already have one. So what we're going to do is go to this location. So this is really important, this next step. So one huge thing is you want to have, we're going to throw that up there. You want to have a large backpack when you're first doing this. So the items I brought in, I'm going to need to drop all these items quickly. We're going to throw another one over there as well. So I need to drop all these items. But we're going to keep our tombstone here. Actually, since I brought one in, I can actually use the tombstone. That's what we're going to do. And I need to grab all these items fairly quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to want to keep the backpack. But we're going to replace items right now. I'm going to hold to stow this. So we're going to replace it with the sigil. I'm also going to hold this and replace it with these. Because we don't need that. We're not going to need that anymore. And I already have a bunny, so I may just use this just to use it right now. Ow. As you can see, these zombies are being really annoying. Okay, so I think that's all I need. So we have the case. So we're going to use this as well, because there's a glitch if you equip it and you exfil out with it. It's actually a little glitch as well. But we're going to die on this level, so it's not actually going to really work. So let's see. Do we need anything else? Which sucks is that backpack, but we need that backpack. I'm okay with this because we're going to need that backpack, and I'll tell you guys why. And we'll leave the sigil. All this stuff we're going to leave. We're just going to leave it. We replaced it. So you won't have to deal with this step. I'm doing this because I wanted to replace what I want in my tombstone with what I already had. So all the items I dropped is what I wanted, but all the items that were in my tombstone is what I'm keeping. So these are the new items I want. So when I die using my tombstone, these are going to be in my tombstone. So now how you get all the money that you want inside of this game. So I don't want to die right away. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and use, do some missions and gain a lot of money because I have 42,000. So when I die, or when you die, all your essence or your currency is going to stay in your tombstone. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually just do a bunch of contracts right now to increase our money stash that we want. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to start doing contracts. We're going to start doing contracts and gain as much money as we can to maybe get it to like $100,000. So while we do that, I'm going to be right back. All right, Future Carlos here, guys. So we finished doing multiple contracts. We went from $40,000 to $84,000. Obviously, I don't need anything here because we already have our stash completely filled up. So the next important step here is where we want to set our tombstone at. So I'm going to set it by the dock again. And unfortunately, I'm going to drop my self-revive because we want to do the next important part here, which is we're just going to die. We're going to get eliminated and we're going to drop our tombstone. So again, I cannot stress enough, before you do your tombstone, play the game out, do a bunch of the cargo missions to get some quick, fast cash. And also, oh, that was weird. Looks like there's an invisible object there. So again, you want to try to increase your essence, your currency as much as you can before you get eliminated here. We're going to remove we're going to go ahead and remove our self-res, and we're going to go ahead and finish it off right here. So I'm going to clear this. I don't know why I'm clearing it out, but I just am. So we're going to want to make sure we have a backpack. That's going to be super important. We want a backpack. You want a large backpack in your inventory to make this just a little bit easier. You don't have to. You can buy that once you get your tombstone later on, but it's going to be easier so you retain those items. So what I'm going to do is I need to drop this here, and we're just going to die. Now that we've been eliminated, we're going to go back to the menu and we're going to have our tombstone there. So this is going to be very crucial. Whatever gun you bring in, if you don't have or finished different acts to unlock the insured weapons, you're not going to have your insured weapon if you only have one available, or if you came in with two and only have two available. So what I highly recommend is if you're going to set up your tombstone, either go in with a non-insured gun to set up your tombstone, because you're going to lose that gun in your insured slot, especially if you only have one slot available. So I actually got lucky because your secondary weapon isn't included as an insured slot, but if you only have one insured slot, you're going to lose that. I have three, thankfully. So we're going to go ahead and dive back in and unlock our tombstone. All right, so we are right back in another game right now. And as you can see, our tombstone glitch is right here. Now, there is a very, very specific reason as to why we have that there at that location. So I'm going to go ahead and take a boat to get there. And that's one reason why we do leave. That's one of the main reasons why we leave our tombstone and die at that location. The reason for that is because it's there with all your exits for the easiest way to do this duplication glitch. So we have the Act 4 mission here, but also in the tier zones, there are other missions that are available if you're not doing the Act 4. Act 4 is the easiest, but I will show you guys how to do the other exfils to duplicate as well. So right now we're going back in with nothing. We lost everything that we had. We lost our kill streak. We lost our plate. We also lost our backpack and also our self-res and our gas mask, but that is not a problem because there are solutions here as well. So again, last we checked, we had $80,000 and we're going to grab that 80 grand. But again, that's going to happen regardless if you had done this beforehand or if you died normally with Tombstone. You're going to get everything that you had in your backpack regardless. But the very important thing is we want to make sure we completely empty out our Tombstone. We don't want anything there. We want nothing. Nada. Zitch. Look at that. Somebody else is doing it too. It has their plates. But we're going to equip this. We're also going to equip that. We're going to stow everything else, which is perfect. And I'm going to actually take that. That's amazing. Perfect. So we have everything we need. And as you can see, we have $80,000 to our name, which is perfect. So I'm going to actually go and exfil out of here. We're going to exfil out and show you guys how to do the duplication glitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to enter the anomaly, which is the Act 4.
You sure about this?
And then you're going to have to vote yes. So you're going to have to go to your map and vote yes as well.
You may be on your own.
So this is the most important part, and this is for PC only. On PC, you're going to want to hit Alt F4 as soon as your screen turns black from the portal. So now we just hit Alt F4 and we completely just closed our game out. That's what that Alt F4 does, is it closes your game. It's like the kill switch button to turn the game off and quit the game. That's what starts this duplication glitch for your Tombstone. So we're going to go ahead and boot up our game again, and we're going to go into the main screen, and I'll show you how this process works and how all the items that we have duplicated that we grabbed from our tombstone. So we're gonna go back into zombies, and as you can see, if we go to our gear tab, we're gonna see everything that we actually grabbed out of our tombstone is in our tombstone. So this is perfect because I wanted more flawless Ethereum crystals, and I wanted to get more legendary Aether tools. So if I'm gonna start doing anything inside this game mode, I have that in my stash ready to go, so I can jump right in and be fully equipped in order to take on any tier level when playing this game mode. So we're gonna go ahead and swap this out with the rewards case that we have, or our purchased items, I believe rewards. We're just gonna go ahead and put these in our acquisition stash. Now, the highest that you can have in your stash as of right now is only 225 items. So I am currently at 190 items here. So I'm gonna have to start using either the lower tier items that I don't want, or just destroying them. And then we're gonna go ahead and keep the tombstone because I don't have that schematic just yet. And we wanna make sure we keep that. And here you go as well. I entered the game with the Aether Blade equipped to use it because I knew in my tombstone I had another Aether Blade case. But now, unless I completely exfil out with a normal exfil, that will go away, this Aether Blade. But if I keep doing this duplication glitch, this Aether Blade's gonna stay here as well. So we're gonna go in with nothing. We have our large backpack, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that. I'm gonna show you guys the ways on how to exfil as well without the Act 4 mission. So the Act 4 mission is one of the easiest ways, which is really close to your tombstone, and that's why you have to select this contract in order to see that portal right next to your tombstone. But here's what you can also do as well if you don't select that. And I'm gonna go ahead and select a mission here in the tier 3. And we're gonna jump right back into it. All right, so the second time you do this tombstone glitch, it's so much easier. It's gonna be very, very much easier. So we're gonna throw a decoy, and that's where we come in with the decoy. But you wanna make sure, again, that you equip and stow everything. No, don't use anything. Stow everything out of your tombstone. And you can drop your backpack, but you just wanna make sure you stow everything so your tombstone actually does break, or else you won't be able to go into this again, and your tombstone will disappear if you do not break it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go just straight to an extraction. So on the map, we can go ahead and see that there's a shepherd extraction, and there's also the normal extraction for what we have listed. So the reason why I like dropping my tombstone at that location is because it makes it easier to be in the tier 2 zone already if you're not having the Act 4 mission selected and available, because that's literally right next to it, and that's the easiest way to do that glitch. But you can also do it at various other extractions as well. All right, so now we're just gonna enter into the helicopter and wait for the exo. And again, you're gonna do the exact same thing. When the screen turns black, you're just gonna Alt F4 when you're on PC. And this can be done at any of those special extraction points. So now we're gonna hit Alt F4 and close out of the game. So when we come right back into the game, we're gonna have those items available to us from our tombstone, and we can just repeat this process over and over again. We have all the items that we wanted, excluding the backpack because we don't need it anymore. We just needed that backpack initially to make it easier to not have to go into a tier 3 zone and buy a backpack. That's something that I'm probably gonna do now that I have $80,000 each time I hop into this game, is go buy another kill streak, a legendary gas mask, and then also a self-res. But normally you find self-reses just naturally looting crates or just doing missions as well. There you go. It makes it really, really useful actually to do this. Well, everybody I believe should be doing this, because there's no way that you can keep and maintain items. Have just 10 items is really, really silly to do in this game mode. I honestly think they need to increase that by way more, maybe to allow you to have at least 70 items that you can maintain and keep, but also just the money itself. The money helps you either take on the red worm, be able to jump into the dark ether with everything that you need, so much easier. And if you're not doing this glitch, I highly recommend it, because it's very important. Because if you're a novice player who's new to the game and you don't have any items, it's going to be very, very difficult to do that on your own solo, especially solo. And I love playing this game mode solo. It's a game mode that I actually enjoy very much. And it's that much more difficult without doing this glitch to enter tier 3, enter the tier 4 and tier 5 locations without having top tier legendary items and not having to wait for that, 3 to 4 day cooldown, which is really ridiculous. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to ask me any questions. One thing I will note is you can actually do this as well, but it won't come out with you. Your tombstone will remain, but you won't receive any of the items that you quote unquote exfil out while closing the game mode out if you just normally extract and exfil. So you can actually play a game with your friends, exfil out, but you want to make sure as soon as the exfil notification pops up or it kind of turns a little bit black or flickers, you want to hit the Alt F4. Again, you won't be able to store the items that you exfilled quote unquote out with, but when you jump back in, as long as you make sure you Alt F4 on PC or close the game out when the exfil screen is there, your tombstone will remain in the game. I've done this and tested this out because I'm currently right now camo grinding during this video. So one of the options for Gold Enigma is you have to get 100 kills and then exfil out. So the game modes that I've used the Gold Enigma or gotten my gun to Gold Enigma and exfilled out, at the exfil screen, as soon as it pops up, I Alt F4, it registers and counts towards my camo grind. And then when I jump back in, my tombstone's still there with all the items that I wanted and all my money as well. So hopefully this video is helpful for you. You guys can be able to use this and have high tier items in your inventory while you're jumping into the game, and to be able to create that duplication, create more money, and be able to enjoy the game how it needs to be enjoyed and not be afraid to enter those higher tier levels since you have higher tier items in your acquisitions. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like and go ahead and hit the subscribe button to support the channel, and see you guys in the next one.